too.
Yeah. This just in, you were looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center.
A la espera de mayores informaciones, saber qué fue lo que ocurrió, cómo fue que
Apparently a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center in New York.
現在私、貿易センタービルから1キロほど北にあります国連本部の
In this new channel, we are going to talk about the secrets, conspiracies, and theories that are relevant to the world. To talk about these conspiracies, I have with me two friends that are experts in these topics.
Hi Nelson, thank you for inviting us to today's program. We hope that this program will be entertaining and useful for people that like these topics.
Well, let us begin with today's topic, the attack of the 9/11.
The 9/11 of 2001 is remembered in the world as the day of the attack to a twin tower in the United States. But beyond of knowing that these huge skyscrapers collapsed, there is more specific information of what happened that day.
The government of George Bush asserted that it was a terrorist attack and attributed to the extremist group Al-Qaeda commanded by Osama bin Laden.
But it was really what happened that day. The attack was only planned by Al-Qaeda. The internet was in tourists. Why by the pass of the time, the questions official study became less credible? There are questions that still be hope to be answered.
Despite of the great amount of interpretations, the great majority, the authors consider that it was an auto attack.
The objective of this auto attack was to justify the bombing over nations like Iraq and Afghanistan to get the resources of these countries and made the United States rich by the business of defense.
But it is known that the Bush and Bin Laden family has a relationship. Is that true?
Yes. Even before of the attack, it was known that the Bush family and the Bin Laden family had relation in oil corporations. Actually, the wealth from the Bush is from the oil.
Now we'll talk about the theory of a thermite explosion inside of the building. Apart from the crash of the plane, this theory with evidence is one of the biggest points of conspirationists to prove the theory.
Yes, many theories and many evidences were shown after this attack, but most important theory was the beam's evidence.
In the picture of the accident, as you see, the beams were cut in a normal demolition. The beams are cut in an angle of 45 degrees.
It is thought that the component that could the World Trade Center is a component known as thermite that practically can coat any type of mixture or object. Also, this component is used to coat and paste any kind of object.
The Twin Towers were the first buildings made of steel that collapsed totally in the history. Fires and other buildings with more intense duration didn't collapse. For example, Madrid, Filipinas, and Los Angeles. Let's see a video of a fire. Madrid Tower shows that the building didn't collapse.
Also, the analysis shows that the smoke waves after the fall of the towers was a product of an explosion instead of a fire. The iron of the towers were quickly carried to China, where the iron was melted to destroy the evidence.
Another fact that supports this theory is that the testimonials from firefighters and survivors indicates that they heard detonations coming from the inside of the buildings.
All these evidences show that the fact of an inter-explosion, apart from the part of the crash of the plane, is possible. The CIA possibly put thermite inside of the building.
Bin Laden worked for the CIA. The US does not deny this, but says that Bin Laden was rebelled against the US. The reality is that Bin Laden worked for the CIA in the United States give him the weapons and training to fight Russia in the 1980s.
Bin Laden worked for the CIA during the Cold War, but after this, a series of conflicts between the US betrayed Bin Laden. Don't forget that practically CIA created Al-Qaeda in secret. So, US had a great plan to accuse the early radical group in the Middle East as terrorists, to invade these lands and take the oil, as we said before. Finally, to finish this topic, we wanted to know the opinion of the people about this controversial topic. So, we took our cameras and interviewed random people we find. We explained the topic and questioned them about it. Here's the result.
Hi, we're on an interview to Unknown World. We are here to ask Rocio Machado the 9/11. So, do you think the 9/11 was an auto attack by the CIA or a terrorist attack?
Hello, thanks for asking me about this. It's a very high topic. I think that was a terrorist attack, as news said before, because the religion base, all the conflicts and troubles that historically have been or had occurred before between United States and Palestine and all this region. I think that was an opportunity to attack their enemy, because it has been a conflict, and that's it. I don't think that would be an auto attack. I think that it could be.
Okay, so thank you so much for.
Hi, I make an interview for our channel Unknown World, and this is Nelson Reño. Thank you for your time, and I'm gonna give you the question. Do you think that the 9/11 attack was an auto attack by the CIA or a terrorist attack?
Thank you for your time. Thank you for this interview. I'm very glad to talk to you and give you my ideas, some ideas about the terrorist attack. I believe it was a terrorist attack because those people who make this attempt, they do it because they want to make an impact in the most important city, in the most important country in the world. They believe that if they do this, most of the people in the world are going to pay attention to their demands, because we want to change the face of the earth with those attacks. For example, at this time, you can see that people are attacking most of the important cities in Europe. What does mean? That means that they're going to say or send the message that we are alive and we are going to go to do many things against the people, no matter what kind of people. The only object is to kill the people in order to increase, to rise the name of Allah, but with terror, not with love, not with passion, not with ideas. They believe that the death is the best idea and the most quickly idea to change the mind of the people. And again, thank you for your time.
Well, after hearing the opinion of Colombian people, we also wanted to know what things or what experience had the citizens of US.
Well, that day I remember I was at my office. I was in a meeting with some people of my work, and then we hear some big noise, and the people start to shout and everything. And so we said, we have to turn on the radio. So we turn on the radio and we hear the news, and then we realize what happened in that moment. Okay, attack or conspiracy? I think that was a conspiracy because there are so many theories that said that was auto-demolition of the towers, and in the Pentagon they said that was a missile, not an airplane. So I don't know, that's my point of view. It was a conspiracy, not an attack. So thank you, Andres David, Nelson, and Juan Andres.
That's a very interesting question, Andres, and I think it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of government is a little bit of a terrorist attack. There is a lot of unanswered questions around it. There's a lot of enigmas about it, things that we probably would never know. But the fact was that many people died, that our society has a big loss in workers that were in the wrong place that day, and that a big amount of the society got hurt, and the human history would never be the same after that day. 9/11 left a big scar, left a lot of fear, and afterwards the world wasn't the same, starting for the airport control, starting for all the clashes between cultures, and how we start making more differences between East and West.
Well, to finish this part, I'm going to say thank you to Juan Andres and Mondragon to help me with this channel.
Thank you for inviting us. Bye.
Bye. Bye.